Okay, so what are these lines? You can see the 5 lines. Okay, the blue one, and I don't know what color, purple like color, green, and somewhere between red and orange. So one is if you okay, let's do one by one. One is Tenkan-sen line. Tenkan is Tenkan. 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 Tenkan dash sen. Sen line. So Tenkan-sen line is the 9 period line. See the conversion line periods 9. That is the Tenkan-sen line. Tenkan-sen is basically is another name of average line. It is nothing but an average line. So Tenkan-sen line is an average line, and it is also called as a signal line. This is your signal line. So here blue line is your signal line. See this blue line here? This blue line? This blue line is your signal line. And what is 9? So here 9 indicates that, oh, give me a minute. So here 9 indicates that 9 period high, like the moving averages you have seen, that whatever chart you are picking up, 9 period before, like 9 candles before. So how it calculates, how Tenkan-sen calculates? It calculates basically 9 period high plus 9 period low divided by 2. So it is taking the average of high and low of the previous 9 candles. So it is nothing but the average of the 9-day high and low range. Whatever the high 9 periods back and whatever the low is 9 periods back, it is just taking the average of those days, that range. Somewhere in the middle, not somewhere, it is actually in the middle of that range. Close to 2 weeks, because we have 5 trading days, so close to 2 weeks, 9 days moving average range and 2 days. Another line, the second line is the first line. You are okay with the first line, right? I'm just telling you the how it calculates, nothing else. I'm just telling you the calculation so that you can link up, and we'll see how that works. We'll see that also. So Tenkan-sen line is the conversion line, 9 period day high, 9 period low divided by 2, just the average, nothing else. The second line is the Kijun-sen. Kijun-sen is Kijun, 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 Kijun-sen line. Now what is a Kijun-sen line? So we have seen that Tenkan-sen. What is Kijun-sen here is 26 base period. What is baseline? The purple lookish line. The line just below this. Line just below blue line. This purple line is the Kijun-sen line. This is Kijun-sen. This is Tenkan-sen. TK. This is Tenkan-sen and this is Kijun-sen. Okay. So Tenkan-sen, you were looking at 9-day period high, 9-day period low, dividing it by 12. Kijun-sen is nothing but the 26 period. So it is 26 period day high, 26 period day low divided by 2. So it is a slow moving average. We have learned what is a fast moving average, what is a slow moving average. This is 9 day, which is almost 2 weeks, right? This is 26 days, which is more than a month, right? So this is a faster moving average line. This is a faster moving average line. This is a slower moving average line. And again, you must have guessed it that their crossover is also important here. As we have seen the crossovers of different moving averages, their crossover is also very important. But where the crossover is important and how the crossover is important, what is the impact on the cloud and all that stuff, we'll see. Happy with the two lines or do you want me to repeat them? Let me know, yes or no. Okay, great. Okay, so these are the two lines. Okay, these are the two lines which we have discussed. Now let's come to the spans. What is a span? So there are two spans here. One is span A, one is span B. Okay. Some call them Senken span A, some call them Senken span B. What is Senko? So Sen is the spelling is basically Senkou. Senkou. Senko. Okay, let's talk about the spans now. Let me remove them. Senko span A. Span A. What is a span A? Span A is basically the average of the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. So this is span A and span B. The cloud you are looking at, these both are the spans. We call them as spans. Span is a kind of range, a time span. Okay, and how these spans are, how these both of the lines are calculated. So span A, if we talk about the leading span A, this Senkou span A is basically the conversion line plus the baseline. Means the Tenkan-sen line plus the Kijun-sen line divided by 2 is just the average of the both the above lines which we have discussed. The Tenkan span and the Kijun span, or here if you see on the investing.com, the conversion line plus the baseline divided by 2. This is nothing but just the midpoint of both the conversions. Midpoint of the conversion line and the baseline. Let me show you the format. You see this lead one green line, the green line here. So the green line you see, let me, this is the line. This is the lead A, this span A, this green line, which I have highlighted. So this is the average of conversion line and baseline. And why we call it as leading indicator? I told you in the beginning that it is a leading span. Why it is a leading span? Because it is actually calculating the average 26 periods in the future. So it is taking 26 periods in the future. If I calculate from here, this 3 and go like this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and come here, it will be exact 26 periods. So it is basically leading this span is basically leading the averages. It is taking a calculation which is 26 period after or in the future. And if I talk about the red line, which is the Senkou span B, it is called as Senkou, Senkou, the same we called as A, and it is the Senkou span B. And what is the calculation? So first calculation was span A calculation was the average of two lines, but here the average is 52-week period high, 52-week period low. 52 period, I don't mean 52 weeks high. Okay, please don't misinterpret. I mean 52 period. That means 52 candles, 52 earlier candles high and 52 earlier candle low divided by 2. So this is the 52-day midpoint basically. And 52-day approximately comes to around 2.5 to 3 months, right? Yes. And again, this is plotted 26 periods ahead. This is also shifted in future. Whatever the price will come by these calculations. The calculations I am telling you that the conversion line or the 26 period day high low divided by 2 plotted ahead is no, it is not predicting. It is just plotting. It is just plotting. So what is plotting? If you get to a figure, suppose you are getting at 8950 or something, you are just plotting it 26 period ahead. The plotting is just shifting. It is not predicting that after 26 period the price should come at this level or something like that. No, it is not doing that. It is just plotting. Whatever the price it is getting, it is plotting 26 period ahead. Nothing else. Okay. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that in a very precise manner. First was this one. This is what called Tenkan-sen line. Tenkan-sen is basically the average of 9 period high, 9 period low, right? Just the moving average. 9 period high, 9 period low divided by 2 average. This is the Kijun-sen line. Kijun-sen line is 26 period. Rather than 9, it has taken 26 period. Okay, same. Period high, period low divided by 2. Okay, then we have come to see these spans. This is span A. What span A is doing? Span A is just taking the average of these two lines. Okay, so conversion line plus baseline divided by 2. Nothing else. This is just the midpoint. This is span A. Now this is span B. what that span B is doing, and what is span A is doing, it is just plotting. It is just plotting the average 26 period after, shifting the plotting to 26 period after in future. Just plotting, not predicting. Okay. What B is doing? B is taking 52 periods, high and low, dividing it by 2 and plotting it 26 periods in advance. A is the average of conversion line plus baseline divided by 2, plotting that in 26 period in future. Just plotting it. Span B, 52 period high, 52 period low, dividing it by 2, plotting it 26 period in advance. Clear? Those 4 lines.